It's Judy on the radio, building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
Well, good morning and welcome to another hour of the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. I am so happy that you tuned in with us today, and we expect another great show just like all of the other shows. We're expecting God to move and do some great things, and excuse me, you are going to really be blessed. Let's go ahead and say hello, Tanya. Hello, Carolyn, and everyone. We're so glad that you all are joining us already. Thank you. Go ahead and tag and get others on. But you're listening to the Real Talk with Judy show, the #1 talk show for women and girls, and of course, men as well. And I am Dr. Judy, your Real Talk host. And I thank you again today for being with me. Tuesday, December 14th, right here on Hallelujah 95.3 FM. We're also on at Real Talk with Judy Live Radio on Facebook Live and also Instagram and YouTube. So if you would just take a few seconds, those of you who are joining us by way of Facebook, if you would go ahead and take a few seconds and tag somebody, get somebody on here. Today is going to be great. Excuse me. Go ahead and tag somebody on YouTube, show some hearts, and get people on here. At your desk, go ahead and tag, email, and whatever you have to do, and contact your family and friends and let them know that the Real Talk with Judy show is on the air. All right. And we're building dreams, y'all, and helping you. Well, we're helping you to build your own dream. And we're talking about real issue with real people, real conversation, and useful information. The show, which is empowering, inspiring, igniting you to see your dream from the end and then begin at the beginning. Okay. You got to see it before you see it, or you never will see it. And so we're helping you find your why too. And your why keep you from giving up during hard times and times when you just want to throw in the towel. Your why keep you focused. All right. And so we're keeping it real right here on Dr. Judy show for 1 full hour. Want to say hello to my mama, Mother Dr. Irma Hunter Wesley. She is the reason I am who I am. And to my amazing and wonderful husband, Superintendent Gerald Mandrell, the senior pastor of Life Changers Church of God in Christ, and he is the reason I get to do what I do. To my amazing team led by the one and only Priscilla John Louis, I want to say thank you all so very much for helping me present to the audience an award-winning show every Tuesday, and say to you, the greatest audience, thank you for tuning in every Tuesday. And of course, to all of the businesses who are investing sponsors, I want to say to you, thank you for continuing to invest in the Real Talk with Judy show, because of you, I get to do what I do all across the community on the radio. And we're going to talk about last night because you helped make that happen. It was phenomenal. And so many people, the mayor, Commissioner Diane William Cox, and some others stated it has not been done in Tallahassee, where you can get black, white, rich, poor, east side, south side, west side, north side, really coming together in one place. And this is the 3rd time, y'all. And so we got some other good news that we're going to do, but we are excited. So I want to say to the business partners, thank you so very much. Their names are being scrolled across the bottom. And to all of you who have contributed financially to the Real Talk with Judy show, thank you so very much. If you want to know how you can be a partner, go to my website, www.realtalkwithjudy.com, and become an investing partner. You would not be disappointed. All right, and to every girl from every walk of life, for in every girl there is a woman. And this show, the Real Talk with Judy show, is going to help that woman come forth with great power and resiliency and everything. So for more information, just go to my website, www.realtalkwithjudy.com. It's going to be updated soon. And so I want to thank you. So right now, I am about to introduce to you a young lady who's going to be with me for a while. She is the founder and president of I Speak Life Global Ministry Incorporated. She is the lead intercessor of the 5 a.m. prayer broadcast that has been coming on every day on Facebook Live. I don't know if she'll tell us how long. I think maybe 5 or 6 years. It's been a long time. She is the visionary of the Transplosion. She prays with and for many thousands of people weekly. She offers classes to help others grow in their prayer life and their relationship with God. She is a licensed or ordained confirmed minister of the gospel. With her, she is the author of a successful marriage, God's Way, along with several other books and workbooks. She is a family and marriage counselor. She is a recording artist. She is a college professor, a seminar instructor, seminar facilitator, a speaker, a preacher, a teacher, a worship leader, a songwriter, a dancer, a dance instructor, a flag choreographer. So y'all see, I got somebody who has possessed a whole lot of talent, and she's funny, she's exciting, she's invigorating, and we are the same and yet different. And I love it. I absolutely love it. She is also sought out the keynote speaker at Women's Conference, Prophetic Conference. She graduated from Florida A&M University with a bachelor's degree in computer information system. She also graduated from Jacksonville Theological Seminary with a master's degree in Christian counseling. She received Christian counseling. She received her doctorate in Christian education from Truth Bible College and Seminary. She completed the School of the Prophet, the School of the Prophetic, and the School of Prayer. She is married to Minister Tommy McCall. And y'all, he's an amazing and supportive and intelligent entrepreneur. Together, they have established several successful businesses, including 3 pharmacies and a consulting company called McCall Support Solutions. They have 4 beautiful children, and she is the daughter of Apostle Dr. Williams. Y'all, my 2022 co-host is Dr. And I wanted to say all that about her today. I sure did. And my co-host for 2022 and the rest of 2021 is the one and only Dr. Q, Dr. Yaquanda McCall.
Hey, guys. Good morning, Pastor Dr. Judy. You know, I love you so much.
And I love you just as much. And y'all, she's in California, so it is 11:30 here. What time is it there? 7:30, 8:30?
It's 8:30 here.
Thank you so very much for getting up that early in the morning to join me on this show. I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot. I'm just so happy to have you on. And there's Mama. Hello, Dr. Vanessa.
Hey, Mommy. My mama on.
Yeah. And my mama on, Dr. Irma.
Shout out to Mama, Dr. Irma. I love you.
So one thing we know, Dr. Q, we're going to have our mamas on here. Our mamas are going to be on here. And they'll probably give us some support. So we are excited about today's show, y'all. We are very excited. Go ahead, tag someone, get others on, because we are ready to really go ahead and make this show great for you this morning. So this is going to be a great release, but every Tuesday, we're going to release into you. We're going to highlight today. One of the highlights of the show is hearing the wisdom from Mother D.K. Richardson.
Yes.
Mother D.K. Richardson. We're going to hear the voice of Mother D.K. Richardson this morning, because I believe that we just need to hear the voice of wisdom this morning. I believe that we need to hear the way our world is going, what's going on in our world. I want to hear Mother Richardson. I want to hear the voice of wisdom. Mother Richardson is 93 years old, and she has something to say, Dr. Q. She has
Yes.
something to say. And she comes on every Saturday with her own show, speaking into the lives of the men and women here. And so we want to have her on. But Dr. Q, I know you weren't here last night, but I know you've seen the pictures.
My gosh.
Dr. Q,
Woo.
the Sister Girls Red and White Party last night, we had 126 women in
Come
that
on
party.
now.
126. We had old women, young women, we had teenagers, we had collegiate students, we had so many of the community leaders, black and white. We had those with money and those who didn't have any money.
Woo.
I mean, and peace and excited. And one person, I had a couple of people to call me to ask. They said that they wasn't voting for my candidate, but they loved me and they wanted to come. And I told them, this is not a political event.
Come on.
This is not, and people don't understand sometimes when God is moving and what He's doing, Dr. Q. But to see all of those people, I mean, cars were parked way down the street, and we had it at the mayor's house.
Okay.
Yeah, his wife wanted to host it. She's been with Sister Girls ever since the inception. And
I
Dr.
love
Q,
her. She is sweet.
I started not to have it there because I didn't want anybody to think it was political. But I thought about it. People talk about you to do, and people talk about it if you don't. So I just went on and did what I was going to do.
That's right.
That's what was given. And when I tell you, and Dr. Q, just what are your thoughts? I know you've probably seen the picture, but what are your thoughts about that?
Unity, support, love, significance. To be a part of something growing, something real, something that I can be myself. Nobody
Yeah,
had to come in and pretend. Nobody had to come in and put on their many faces. They came in as they were, of course, looking nice. Best dressed. We feel better when we look good. But they were able to be standing next to somebody they never met before, somebody they saw on TV, and to be able to have a conversation and feel the importance of who they really are. Because a lot of times people will minimize you to maximize themselves, but you even out the playing field yesterday. To God be the glory.
yeah, and that's what it was. It was an even playing field. I mean, it was the feeling and the atmosphere. And one girl fell on her knees and cried and said that she had not felt like this in 2 years. 2 years. And not because of COVID. She's been depressed because of some issues she's dealing with in her life. And she told me, and she said, "Are you gonna kick me out?" I said, "I don't have the right." I mean, we had food. We had food. My husband baked some peach cobbler. That was the first dessert to leave. That peach cobbler left. So, because they had it in 2019, but when they realized that man had cooked some more peach cobbler, they ate it all. And you know what we talked. And you know what we talked. I mean, they had conversations everywhere. In the backyard, in the living room, in the little
Wow.
dining part, in the kitchen, in the dining room, outside. I mean, it was everywhere. I mean, women were everywhere,
They
everywhere.
they needed that exposure.
Yes,
I mean, look at what you expose these ladies to, the teenagers, the young people. We need that exposure, expansion, where exposure is going to be a dud. When you expose them to these people that they've seen that have worked hard to get in position, nobody gave them anything.
right.
They had to rally, they had to, campaign. This, I mean, this, I believe that this platform on yesterday, that camaraderie on yesterday was an opportunity for the unity that we need, not just in this city, which we need, but also in the body of Christ.
Yeah.
The
That,
church should have been looking at what you were doing, saying, look
oh,
at this woman of God.
Come
bringing
on.
people from all walks of life together. And everything that you do, you don't have to walk around saying, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You represent him. And when you wake up, you wake up. Your life is saying, Jesus, Jesus. I love God. I love God's people. I want to see God's people win. I want to see these women experience the best level of life. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal to me. I'm sitting there like, this host. I got the best. Hey!
And that's what it was, Dr. Q and Pastor T said it was absolutely amazing. I mean, people was there from everywhere. We had pastor wives there. We had people, one lady told me, she said, well, I'm not a Christian. I said, this ain't a Christian party.
Come on.
It's for the women, it's for whoever you were. I mean, it's for women. That's what get us. And one lady, she said, "Would you just say a little prayer with me?" As you said, you don't have to go. I don't have to go around saying Jesus, Jesus. They know the life I live.
Come on.
And the ones who don't know the life I live will know. Listen here, we had 4 people to drive from Apalachicola.
Wow.
From Apalachicola, that's an hour and a half to participate last night.
Wow. Look at God.
People, and we had our name tags, and people would come to, you're Dr. Judy? Oh my God. But guess what? This is what I had to learn, Dr. Q. I didn't do anything. I didn't cook. I mean, well, I cooked some chicken noodle soup that was extremely good. I had to cook, Dr. Marcella Therese had me cook, and then Jenny Daly cooked gumbo. Because she's from New Orleans, and when I tell you everything was gone, it was gone. And guess what, Dr. Q, we had it planned, but they was coming in so fast and start talking. The program we had planned could not even be utilized.
Wow.
And Dr. Marcella, they had bingo cards made up, and they had different people name of all the advisors, and you had to go see what you had in common with people.
Wow.
And so
wow.
Yes. So you had to go and talk to, and guess what? We didn't have many chairs. I only had the chair. Yes. And Pastor Renita Allen Dixon, she's in a wheelchair, right? She was there. We had 3 people in wheelchairs who wanted to be there. The disabled was there.
Wow.
Teenagers was there.
I'm in awe.
Listen here, one of the 16-year-old girls came to me. Her mom had her to come to me, and because she had been having a problem in school with some of the white students. And she came to me and she said, Dr. Judy, thank you, because I was about to hate white people, but to see all of these white people in this place. And I mean, and they was hugging each other. I mean, everything was going. I mean, Dr. Q, she said, help me learn not to hate. She said, because they pick on me in school and this and that. There was a young Black girl, a teenager, who, because she saw the Blacks and the whites there, this is what God wanted. All this hatred and all this mess that's going on, this is not what it's about.
My gosh, I feel the love.
I mean, a teenager. That and Jennifer Powell daughter, I think she's 10 or 12. I said, you're my friend. She said, you're my hero. Two. Go. I'm serious. It's not trying to outdo, but I know what, and we would do this quarterly. And I'm working to see if the next one can be February the 5th, the first Saturday in February, because that's my birthday. It started 2019 before my birthday. My birthday is February the 13th, but I know not to do nothing on my birthday because that's Valentine's Day, the day after. On the 13th, and I want them to come out with me.
Well, I came out with what year that was. I was with you.
I know. A lot of y'all came out that year on my birthday. Matter of fact, 475 women showed up. 475 women showed up. And you know what? It's all God.
Oh God.
It's and women supporting each other like never before. And I want to say this, and I want you to join in. I believe in 2022 that all these years up to this point, God has prepared women to come work together.
Yes.
I believe that. I believe God is bringing, yes, we have started coming to the front, And we have some things that he has done with the women, but 2022 is going to be the year. I believe men are going to really be seeking women to help lead them in battle because we ain't seen nothing yet. We what we're going through is going to get worse. People better get ready for it. That's why I wanted to bring Mother Richardson on. That's why I got to bring that voice with. She's 93. She's been through a whole lot of stuff. She's been through a whole lot of things. And we got to do it. And we got to learn to support each other. We don't fight one another, Yaquanda.
That's right. That's right. I'm still crying from the young. I'm still crying from the little girl, from the teenager.
But that's
I'm still crying because I understand her pain and her struggle.
See, right there.
I mean, I understand it, you know, because my children attended predominantly white schools, and you know, you know me, I'm a bit boisterous, you know. I say I'm gorilla petty about two things: my kids and my money. Excuse me. And when she said that, I felt it, because you can encounter something on a continual basis to the point that you become biased, or hatred begins to set in toward everyone that represent that particular thing.
Exactly.
You literally turned on the light for her. And as you were talking, I looked over at you. I looked over at me. My lighting is not that good. Your lighting is very good. And I believe that a lot of people would rather hide in this light so that they can't be seen, because they don't feel like they have the support. They don't feel like they're worthy. They don't feel like they're good enough. But God has allowed you to be put in a light to where you're not trying to put yourself up. This is a God-given opportunity, platform, lifestyle that he's giving you. And you're pulling people in from children. I mean, Pastor Dr. Judy, you're getting them early, children, and then teenagers, and then college students, and then young women, and then working women, and then older women. And you're saying to them, you're valuable.
Yes.
You're important. Yes. Come to the light. Don't hide in the shadows. Don't hide your mistakes. Don't hide where you come from. That is what has made you you. We want to support you. We're not concerned about your past. Your past does not dictate your destiny. Come in the room. You're invited. And Pastor Dr. Judy, I'm going to get better lighting next time, because I want to be in the light with you.
But you are absolutely correct. It's not about where you've been. And people, Dr. Q, everybody be honest, all of us are messed up. And none of us got it right now. None of us are perfect. Nobody. And good morning to all of you who are coming on. It would not be it would not be February the 5th. We already have an engagement. Thank you, Evangelist Bardell. We already have an engagement, so I'll probably do it that Monday. I was trying to do it on a Saturday. I could get people here, but I'll probably do it that Monday. But you're absolutely right. And that's what it's all about. That's why I have you on this show with me, because we're different, but yet we're the same.
Oh yes, we don't play.
And we don't. I'm not trying to be you, and you're not trying to be me. We want, on this show, is real talk, and we're coming with the authentic with our authentic selves.
Yes,
our guests are going to be people who have been there, done that, who can help with because 2022, we got to make this happen. We got to make this happen. And so,
Dr. Judy, you have supported me over the years, and anything that you're having, if I can be there, if I'm in town, I am there. That level of support is organic. You know, neither one of us have an agenda. We just love God, we love ourselves, and we love each other. You know, and I appreciate when I was first starting out and I was on, you would come on, you would be like, like cheering me on. I was like, oh my gosh. And a lot of senior pastors would come on, and I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, I appreciate these people. And you were coming on, encouraging me, and you came on the show. You shared, on the broadcast, you shared your testimony, and people got a chance to see your process. And I know that the bio that you read, that's the cute bio, but I got an ugly bio. I got a bio that tells you what he delivered me from, what I went through, the depression I wrestled with, the suicidal thoughts I went through, the times I wanted to give up on life, the abortions that I had, the times I thought I was going to die from hearing babies' voices crying. No. My past does not dictate my destiny. There is more to you. And when you say it, 2022 is the year of the woman, oh yeah, that's prophetic. And I'm here for it all day, every Tuesday.
And Mother Richardson is here, and we're going to bring her on. But one of the things I want to say, one of our leading scriptures is going to be Joshua 4:8-9. And Barak said unto her, if thou wilt go with me, then I will go. But if thou wilt not go with me, then I will go. And she said, I will surely go with thee, notwithstanding. The journey that thou takest shall not be for thy honor, for the Lord shall sell Sisera into the hand of a woman. And Deborah arose and went with Barak to Kadesh. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you, women, we're going to help you prepare for whatever you're about to win. You're going to have 2 women for sure, and a whole bunch of other, but who will be like Jared, who stand in the background. And when the enemy come chasing after you, or you have to chase out, we're going to help you kill that enemy, because you, my sister, are winning. And that ain't no if, buts about it. You got 2 fighters on your side. Man, I'm excited about us. I'm excited about us. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I have to use, she is my mentor. She's one of my mentors. Mother Richardson stick with me no matter what. She goes with me. She said one time, Dr. Q, she said, I taught her how to evangelize. I'm like, oh my God. And who can teach Mother Richardson? Surely not me. But this lady has the wisdom of life, and I want her to come and talk with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to our front, and we're going to hear, we all going to listen, Mother D.K. Richardson, one of the greatest teachers and leaders of women and men I know. Mother Richardson, welcome to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show.
Hello, sweetheart. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Thank you for the opportunity to come and talk with you, and that you young ladies would listen to what an old lady has to say.
Oh yeah, we're going to listen to what this old lady have to say, because I am so much better because of you. Mother Richardson, stand with us and just pouring into me. I met you at the age of 18. I am 62 years old, and I love your wisdom. You know, I got Mama on here, and I love your wisdom. I love your wisdom. And so, Mother Richardson, we want to hear from you. There's so much going on in this world, Mother. And we need you to speak to us. We got so much unnecessary hate going on. So let's talk about that first, Mother. And we want you to, and Dr. Q and I, we might come in and say something and ask you a question where we are, but we want to hear your voice. This is your time to speak. The Bible said the old women or the aged women, whatever y'all want to be called. So, what you say, Mother?
All of the above.
So talk to us, Mother Richards, and y'all, please do me. Y'all tag somebody.
Please.
You know, so many times tag somebody and share. So many times we spend so much time listening to our friends who, and even myself, I'm 62. I ain't never been where Mother Richardson has been, but I'm gonna follow in her steps to help. My mama 82. I haven't been there yet, but I'm gonna get there. Come on, Mother Richardson.
Okay, now what most of us don't realize is that as knowledge increase, the categories don't.
Wow.
That there are some persistent problems in life that are among every generation.
Man.
For example, we name them different things, but it's shelter, it's food, it's clothes, it's communication, it's transportation, it's leisure time. I don't care which generation that you looking at, those things are there. Now the method may change, but they're there. So we keep looking at little minute one where, instead of categorizing them. When you look at it, that's always just present, past, future.
Okay.
If you look at Revelation, what is, what was, what shall be. You're either dead or you're. And so even if you're half dead, you're half alive. You got,
Oh no, I like that. That's real talk. That's real talk. Even if
I'm
you
saying,
have dead, you
I'm
have
saying you either got heaven, earth, hell. You know, that's it. You either got good and evil. In the Proverbs, you got knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I'm just saying, you got the commandments, you know, and so when my mother used to put all this, what we call, think you know something, she would put it in a nutshell. Now we call it a summary and all that kind of stuff, but all she called, she put it in a nutshell. The generation used to say, well, the bottom line is, all they're talking about is the same nutshell. All we talk about cause and effect, good and evil. I'm saying, what is there in between? So now, one thing about most people, they used to tell us, and we had a little whatnot that had literally 3 little monkeys on them, and they had see no evil, hear no evil.
You know,
See,
no.
So that was a way of summarizing what it was that you were doing. So they used animated things to do it. And in modern day, we say don't trust your tongue when your heart is bitter.
My.
But most of us bitter heart and we start flapping. And the other thing that I used to say years ago, and what older you get, the less of them you have, we say the teeth of God. It guards your tongue. If you keep that tongue behind them teeth in your mouth shut, we wouldn't be nearly as much trouble
Wow.
as we.
Wow.
The other thing, see, most times we teach a lot of what not to do.
Right.
We spend too much time on what not to do. So we'll never get around to what to do.
Wow.
So the generation before used to tell you what to do. And
Right.
you remember, sit down, stand up, shut up, do this, do that. Very seldom you heard. So when you get through with telling them what not to do, most time the church stand up with the hand up like this. What I'm gonna do?
What I'm gonna do?
We have not
Oh,
anything to do. All we have emphasized is what not to do. If we spend
wow.
much time on what not on what to do as we do on what not to do. Don't go over there. Well, where I'm going. Our generation, and when you were older, we had somewhere to go. You go into church.
Oh, you go.
That's where you go. And with my children, you could tell the ages of the children because if it was real quiet in my house, it wasn't nobody over there big enough to do anything. Because they knew if you said something, oh, I'm bored. Okay. It's enough yard to run. No, that's what's wrong. You bored? Okay. So those who are old enough, now little young ones, they hadn't come to that. So they yakety and jumping all on the feet and whatnot. But all I'm saying is that the other thing is that most of us do not act. We react.
right. Exactly. Exactly.
We are so busy putting out fires.
That's true.
that we are not building any place camp for the Holy Ghost and fire.
My.
How many have you heard this year, this month, this week that have new people who have come to the Lord, who have come to get warm by the Holy Ghost and the fire? We do. How many have gone to the last football game in the snow, in the rain, in the heat? How many? How many? We don't give back. We do teach by example. I started to say we don't, but we do. We see the old men in the games fighting.
Come on, mother.
Penalized and whatnot, and then we wonder why the children fighting. You wonder why. We are teaching.
That's right.
But what are we teaching by example? That's what, well, where is the self-control?
Come on, mother.
When is the last time you heard somebody say, I bit my tongue before I'd say that?
Come on, mother. We haven't heard it.
you now the mind doing the flip. Because the stuff run across the mind. You just don't have to entertain it. You just let it run on, keep going.
That's right. That's
Help me, mother.
Mother Richardson, this is good.
Because people don't realize that all those colorful words that you knew that yonder, you still know them. You just don't use them. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
You increase your vocabulary so that you can use some other words. That's all.
That's all.
And then they ask the Lord to work with your heart so your mouth won't get out of control.
Wow.
And then he said, let this mind be in. When we talk about intellectual stuff, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. But why we don't want to use our mind for spiritual stuff? We don't want to do that. We want to use it for foolishness.
Come on, mother.
Most when I thought about, we should sing, if I hold my peace, let the Lord fight my battle. And we were spelling peace, P-E-A-C-E. How many holding P-I-E-C?
Holding that piece, all right.
The other piece. You understand? How many of us are willing to let the Lord fight our battles?
Come on, mother.
You said, how many of us tell the Lord, I got this? I got this.
Yeah, I got this.
And we're talking to the Lord, And he's in his scripture, he's saying, you need not fight in this. And we said, I got this, Lord. I got this. I got this, Lord. You don't worry, but I got this. I got this.
Mother Richardson, let me say to all of the audience, thank you all so very much for coming on. If y'all have a question y'all want to ask Mother Richardson, put it in the chat. I know some of you are on the phone, where you're in your car listening. And if you want to call in, you can call in. I got a few. Mother Richardson's gonna. This is. I'm letting Mother Richardson do this because number one, I've asked how do I act the way I act. Well, number one, I got it from childhood. Some of the same thing Mother Richardson is teaching now. My mom has taught us, and I was a work. Mother Richardson, she kind. My mom was kind, but I was a piece of work. But God allowed these women to just pour into me. When I left Fort Lauderdale and came here for college, Mother Richardson became my spiritual mother and taught me a lot of stuff. And she understood my feistiness. She done prayed me to sleep before. The Lord just not, she ain't touched me either. She just waved her hand in that direction. I went straight to sleep because I wasn't going to allow my tongue to stay behind my teeth. So I want you all to take this. This is it. And the Lord let me know we got so much foolishness going on in the world. We got so much foolishness. Everybody want to laugh and pick at, but we ain't living. We got to live. So go ahead, Mother Richardson. Go ahead. I just wanted to say that I appreciate this. You know, we got to live. We want convenience on everything, but sometimes we got to take time out and live. The Bible says wisdom is the principal thing. He said, bind her around your neck. I'm telling you, this wisdom is going to help us. Go ahead, Mother Richardson.
Okay. Most of us learn our wisdom through rhymes or through stories or through quotes from Proverbs, the older ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where are our young people and our babies,
my Lord,
getting their wisdom from? Now, we used to refer to sometimes the television as the idiot box, but I don't know what is coming on some of the programs on our computers. The things that the babies know how to manipulate before they're 6 months old.
Oh wow, Mother!
Listen at the line and notice where this stuff came from. You know, we don't go back to the source of things. The country, and I want you to listen to this very carefully. The country that we are fighting the most into verbally is the same country that we're getting our technology from. It's the country that you're getting your information from. It's the country that is sending to our babies the new information that they're learning. And so sometimes we're talking about hacking. I don't know whether they're hacking or repossessing.
Ooh. Wow.
Retrieving. Putting in a mechanism so that we can get. And you know, who makes the bad fellow with the enemy? You're talking about sleeping with the enemy, but deliberately, intentionally, or by deception. Who's giving us for our philosophy? How many ships are waiting offshore because we decided that we wanted to be a consumer nation? And now we have nothing to consume.
Nothing to consume.
Wow. Sometimes we need to either ask the Lord to help us, or we ought to use our investigative skills to see where is certain stuff starting from. Years ago, they were expecting the pandemic that we are experiencing. And you know where they told us that they were expecting it from? They were expecting it to be in the clothes that were being shipped from a certain country. So you figure out who's shipping the clothes, you figure out what country it is. So, but they still let the clothes, most of the clothes, be manufactured by that country. Just technology is coming from.
Wow. Mother Richardson, I have a question I want to ask you from J.L. Smith.
Mhm.
The first question is, what makes you sad about what you see in the world today versus the era you were raised?
That people do not recognize our God. When I grew up, every child that I know of went to Sunday school to some church, whether they were in a big town or if they were in a small town, they may have gone to this church under a certain denomination, first and third, to another one, second and fourth, and to another fifth. But they had to have some knowledge of God. Walk the street, see how many children have never, ever been in a Sunday school, never, ever been in a church service, never, ever learned John 3:16, never, ever learns the Lord's Prayer, never, ever learned to pray. Now, when I was a youngster, I prayed a prayer that if I had understood it, I probably wouldn't have prayed and that was, now I lay me down.
Down to sleep.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And if I die, well, hey,
I want to die in my sleep.
go awake. I pray the Lord my soul to take. Now I pray that prayer now. But I do it with understanding. But I did not understand what I was saying for years, because I know for years that I was not fit to live nor die. I thought it was. And so if they haven't learned that one, and they haven't learned the one in Matthew, and you haven't learned the 23rd Psalm, and you haven't learned any of the Proverbs, that's the sad thing.
Yes, ma'am.
See, you can't go back where you have not been. Even the children who have been taught for a while with the book, they at least have something to come back to.
I've heard that.
Where are you going back to where you've never been? And even when we talk about America, I'm so sorry for people. They want to go back. What do you know what was back in yesteryear in these United States of America?
That's right.
You know the slavery story? Do you know the Indians story? No, we need to go forward to the Lord. We don't need to go back to live.
Right.
We don't need to go back. Now we found out that between integration and segregation, my Lord, it was a world of difference. But we will segregate even among ourselves. We will discriminate among ourselves. So we just need to go to the Lord. We don't need to go back nowhere.
That's it.
Let's go forward. Let's go to the Lord. And only the people who can go back is the people who have been there and left.
And don't
go back. Don't.
Y'all want to go back there, Mother? I know I don't. They have another question. They said, I have always wanted to know how courting was when you were raised. That I've always wanted to ask my great grandma before she passed, but never got a chance. I only knew my great grandfather had to meet with the entire family. They were not allowed to go off by themselves. When she got married, she had to. So they want to know what date it was, Mother. That's a long time ago.
Okay. I was one of those who my mother allowed us to date real early.
Oh, okay.
All right. So the little friend and I, my brother, my sisters, and half of the neighborhood, we're all going to the same place. Now, coming back home, I would sort of slow and be about a half a minute behind the crowd. But you better not be 5 minutes. You know, you can be 2 minutes. And uh, my grandmother came to visit prom night. I thought, I got it made a prom night. When we drove up, my mom looking, my grandmother looking at the window. That's your daughter. Oh, Bible, you know, okay. If you were outside, you were outside, and it turned dark. My mama was very polite. She just flicked the lights. Now you knew what that was.
Turn the light on.
And stay a minute or two long if you want them. But you surely didn't want her to come outside. And
now I know you. So stay out there. You were great.
Now going to the fair with my friend, and you spoke. I went early. You're supposed to be home before dark. Well, my sister and my little sister and brother were always your constant companion. But my sister would be saying, "We got to go." I say, "I don't have to go. I don't have." Now you knew that
you had to go.
You'd be in trouble, so you have to decide if it was worth it. But the boys went to church in groups. The kids came to my mama's house in groups, and so she did the tutoring and all that kind of stuff. My dad didn't complain about them eating up the food because anytime you got company. So courting was with us.
Courting was with everybody.
So we say, you're smart. 2 is a couple and 3 is a crowd. It might be 4 or 5 or 6 in that crowd. But I don't understand all these missing children that I see now.
Oh man.
They've been missing so many days. They've been whatever. You weren't, not only were you under the watchful eye of your parents, but because you respect the neighbors 2-3 blocks down the road, adults, then somebody could either say something to you or say to your mom or I saw so-and-so in the wrong place.
They're not saying that now.
Instead of you acting like a nut because it's none of your business.
Right.
It's your business. It is everybody's business.
Everybody's business, Mother. Mother Richardson, I have thoroughly enjoyed you. I can sit for hours and listen to you. I'm sure Dr. Q has been taking notes, so she probably written another book.
You already know. You know your co-host.
I see you done some typing. She probably has written another book. But Mother Richardson, you have blessed us so much, and I want to say thank you so very much, Dr. Q. I know you're in California, but thank you, Mother Richardson. You are a jewel, and we're gonna have you back periodically because you have to speak to this nation.
Yes,
you have to. We have to hear your voice. We got to hear my mama's voice.
yes.
I got a couple of other older people because we got to hear it. But I want to say thank you, Mother Richardson. Thank you, Dr. Q. And we're going to get ready to go. But hey, listen, I want y'all to join me tonight at 7:30 for our Bible study. My baby sister right there, she taught so last week. We had almost over 50 people on there last week. Y'all go ahead, get back on there, spread the word. She's coming again. I don't know how she's right, but she's coming. And so we want y'all to be on. There's the information. And next Tuesday, the Lord say the same. Dr. Q and I are going to talk about that moment does not define you. That moment does not define you. And we're going to talk about strategies to get past that moment. Some of you are stuck in that moment, but it does not define you. Dr. Q, 30 seconds. Say something to him.
Listen, I want you to tap into the wisdom that we have received on today. Listen, responsibilities, resources, respect, recognizing God, respecting ourselves. There is so much more available for you. God has a plan for you, but it's your time now. Prepare your heart. Preparation is faith that you believe that God has more. We're rooting for you. We're praying for you, and we believe in you.
That's it, y'all. We believe in you. Mother Richardson, 30 seconds, and we're out of here. 30 seconds, Mother Richardson.
All I'm going to say is I thank you for coming, because being the matriarch means you're probably next in line to die. So I thank you.
Lord.
I thank you for this opportunity.
We hope you stay around a long time, Mother Richardson. You're 93 years old. You know,
we need you.
Reburned. You got great children. We appreciate you. Tallahassee, surrounding areas, Fort Lauderdale, Scotland, all over the world. We thank you for tuning in to the Real Talk Live with Judy, the Real Talk with Judy live radio show, along with my co-host, Yaquanda McCall. The Lord say the same. We'll see y'all next week, 11:30. Same station, same channel. That's Real Talk.
Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy.